What's going on, guys? My name is Pipknot, and in today's episode, we are continuing with Dark Souls. In this episode, I'm thinking we're going to take on Gravelord NITO, and he will be the last of the Lord Souls that we need, and we will be able to unlock the door for the final boss, Gwen. Let's see if I unlock the bonfire. I've got the catacombs. Looks like I don't have Tomb of the Giants, so this is as close as I can get. Which means I'm gonna have to do the running through the, oh. Nope, this takes us straight to Vamo, so I don't have to run. Avoid these guys. Thankfully, since I was taking out all of the bugs in Izalith, I took out the sunlight maggot, which means instead of having to hold a lamp down here where it's so dark that you can't see, I'll be able to take off my helmet to wear basically you just wear the lamp on your head and it takes the place of your helmet slot, which is easier than it taking up one of my weapon slots. Because after I'd pass this, if you didn't have it, the only thing you would have to guide you are these stones. And it is dark enough that you can very easily just fall right off the edge of something. But with the sunlight maggot, I don't have to worry about it. This place is littered with giant skeletons like that. Just go ahead and set them down with the big old sword. And we come into contact with either a loved or hated NPC, depending on who you are. And that is good old trusty Patches.
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
Nope, I'm not a cleric.
No? Really? Then I'd have no qualms telling you. There's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but, well, we're friends now, so I'll split it with you. In any case, have a look. It'll shimmer you blind.
If you couldn't tell by the evil laugh, he is about to screw us over in the best way possible. Basically, if you answer that you're a cleric, he just immediately hates you and tries to get you to look over the cliff because he hates clerics for some reason. And even if you're not, he's still going to kick you over this cliff, but then you'll see what he does whenever you manage to climb back out.
I'll be stripping off your corpse. That's the real treasure.
So he pretty much pushes you down here to die. And assuming that you fall down here, you'll get a skull lantern, so you'll be able to find your way back out. There's a priestess lady down here.
You're no hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are two fierce hollows not far from here. They were once brave knights, my former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed so? Heavens, is there nothing at all to be done?
So she came down here with 2 people. They're from the Way of White. There's a third one that ends up, which was the dude, one of the very first dudes we met, if I can think of his name. It's not Leroy. What was his name?
You banished those 2 hollows, did you? It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. Here, these belonged to them. You deserve them more than I.
And she gives me their
I'm
thing.
certain that both
So basically, one of the guys at Firelink, who's the guy that you'll join the Way of the White when you talk to him, he kind of starts off telling you that he doesn't want to talk to you. He ends up killing her, assuming you leave him alive and get her out of here safe. They were sent down here to take out Pinwheel to get the right of kindling, because the Way of the White is pretty much made to take care of bonfires and do a bunch of stuff with humanity. They absolutely hate hollows, but they actually have a use for hollows, and that is if you're part of the Covenant and you turn into one, they basically use you kind of like, not like a slave. It's weird what they do. It's kind of like a slave warrior kind of deal, because that's what they did with Paladin Leroy. Is that, there's a bonfire? He was a Way of White cleric that ended up going hollow. They gave him a bunch of armor and a really powerful 2-handed mace and a shield, and basically sent him out to take out the rest of the hollows.
Oh, you. Well, let's just calm down. Talk about things. I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These temptations, they can, well, overcome me. You know what I mean, don't you? Please, forgive me. You and me, we're jolly undead outcasts, aren't we? Oh, brilliant. A second chance. Wonderful. I had a feeling you'd understand. I did. But, if I were in your shoes... Ooh, who knows what I'd have done. But now we're friends again. Eh?
He's in every game, and in every game he finds a way to screw you over. And then he asks for your forgiveness. If you choose to forgive him, he pretty much always becomes a merchant. It's kind of like I guess a secret merchant. He sells some really useful stuff. Like, he sells all 3 of the masks. In the event that I didn't get the Mask of the Father, I would have had to have said yes to him to get it. Unless I wanted to farm pinwheels. But he's a Black Knight down here for some reason. I keep getting lit up by those. I'm gonna end up dying. Oh, I got a shield. I don't think I need to fall that way. You stop shooting me. It's been a while since I've been down here. Okay, so that hit something, so I can fall down here. Even with a light source, this area can be very difficult to traverse, because if you walk off the wrong ledge thinking there's something underneath it and there's not, you are falling straight to your death. There was something back here. Leave right, yep, around this corner. spawn going down. And now things will start to lighten back up, so I will have no more need for this. Paladin Leroy will actually invade us here in just a second. He'll spawn right down there on that ledge once we walk into this cave. Crystal Lizard. Gotcha. Bunch of stuff I no longer have a use for. There he is. And that mace, if your faith is I think at 50, and you two-hand it and basically use its special ability, it allows you to use the spell Wrath of the Gods. It's called the Grant, and its shield is the Sanctus. And the shield lets you regenerate health while you're wearing it. It's basically like a constant, if you don't have full health, it's constantly regenning it. But it's a really small amount, and in some cases it doesn't matter, because if you're getting hit for hundreds of damage and your health bar is already low, then it's not going to regen enough to stop you from dying. But if you're in a situation where you've got good health and you're just running to try and survive, it can keep your health up just enough that if you get hit, you can survive the hits. These are the pinwheels I would have to farm. I prefer to avoid them at all costs just because they're annoying. Oh, I'm coming. NITO. And then right down this hole is the next boss. First of the dead NITO. Man, he's about to poison me. There are skeletons that are all over this boss room. It is best to wait for him to come to me, so I don't activate the big skeletons. These guys will continuously get back up, no matter how many times you knock them down. Is it gonna get off me? Get off me. No, what? Okay. I guess I'll just get back up and pound you. Use your big attack. He's got a big AoE attack that if he uses it will take out everything in this room for you. Getting him to use it though is a challenge all on its own. Oh, there he goes. Get out, get out, get out! That keeps him down for a little bit so I can get some hits in. He actually has a covenant tied to him. The undead. The Dark Wraith Covenant is his, and it's a PvP invasion covenant. Sit down, NITO. Let Giant Dad tell you a story about the time I took down NITO. And get the last Lord Soul. And a human. And all the skeletons that see this hole back here was littered with giant skeletons. The idea is that it's a big circle boss room, and you'll end up running to try and get out of the way of being attacked, and when you run back toward this way, they'll all activate, and it just makes the fight harder. It's easier to stand in one place, up toward the front, and just avoid getting hit, than it is to run. So we unlock this bonfire, and Paladin Leroy's armor will spawn right back here. I might have to leave an area and come back. His armor spawns in this boss room because he was sent to take out NITO ahead of time while the clerics were coming to take out Pinwheel to get to the Rite of Kindling. And he died. I mean, he was already hollow, but he wasn't at a point where he had lost his sanity. So they were still able to use him. And that's what I'm talking about by they hate hollows, but they'll use them for their own advantage. Because turning hollow doesn't necessarily mean you lose all of your sanity. It means you get close to becoming what most of the undead are that are all around in the Dark Souls games. Nope, Altar of the Gravelord. See if the armor spawns. But if you go just hollow enough that you've still got the ability to control yourself, you basically become a warrior to them. Yep, there it is. And in case anybody wonders where I actually get like the lore or any of the information I have on this game, you get a lot of it just by reading item descriptions. Like literally any item description you read will give you a part of the story that is connected to whatever character that item's connected to, like reading his armor. Let's see. The Paladin armor. And Helm of Leroy, Paladin of the Catacombs. The Way of White produced its first undead, a paladin in golden armor with the legendary treasure Grant and Sanctus. Leroy set out for Lordran, Land of the Gods, in the first undead mission of the Way of White. So, which is pretty much, he went hollow, could still control himself, and they were like, okay, we hate you because you're undead, but we will still let you take our most sacred treasures, and you can redeem yourself by going and killing a god, is basically what they told him. You're still here for some reason. Oh, he's gone. Dang it. That means I gotta go find... I was gonna use some of the souls. Let me see how many I've got stacked up. I did off camera do some farming, which is how I got the humanity that I now have and the 5 extra in my inventory. I went and farmed some rats because I was gonna need that maxed out damage on my sword to really be able to hurt any of the skeletons or NITO. Daughter of Chaos, I guess that's where I'm gonna have to go and get the rest of my upgrades from the dude who stands at the gate for Quaylana's sister, or Quayleg's sister, whoever, this poor lady. Yeah, it always makes me feel weird looking at her character model, but you there. And his is really unsettling.
Are you in need already? Anything for the fair lady? What do you want?
You know, for somebody with a big old tumor on your back, you kind of picky about the people you talk to. Let me see how many upgrades I can get before... Oh! And Kirk's armor spawns here. I forgot. If you kill Kirk in all 3 of his different locations, you get the Thorns armor. Which is really cool, but really not at all even close to practical. It's basically you can roll, and your roll will do damage to anything you hit. And it does like 1 damage, so it's just not... They had a lot of cool ideas, but not a lot of ways to make them useful. Yeah, I can put endurance up to 45. And then I should still have enough souls left over. Of course, it's going to go all the way to 15 before I can ascend it. So I still can't find the invisible girl. Somewhere down in this area, though, that pyromancer I rescued, he came down here looking for the invisible sister of these guys that didn't get turned into a demon. And... well, she was invisible to him, so he never found her, and he ended up going hollow down here. But while I am down here, I guess I can try to, since I'm already in the area, I know I said I was going to make an episode for collecting the Firekeeper souls that I hadn't gotten. But there's really only 2. And that episode would be like not even 10 minutes long if I tried to make it, because they're in hidden areas, but it's an area that once you know where it's at, it's really easy to access. And the one down here really isn't even hidden. It's down a path that you can see and get down, but when you look at it, you won't want to go down it because it doesn't follow the main line of progression, and it will honestly look like it just goes to a dead end. So they disguised it basically to look like a waste of time, even though it's got... It's incredibly useful. Right here is where she's at. She's right in this area. There he is, all the way over there. I wonder how far his aggro. I guess I should take him out since he's already... Oh, whoa, you are still chasing me? Okay, he's starting to... Yep, instantly aggressive. Hey look, I know I, gave you all the information you wanted. You're not even using pyromancy. There you go. Sorry about that. Oh, here's an item I somehow missed. Yeah, I'll take that. There's one over there, too. Got something. Ow. Ow. This whole area is nothing but just giant walking. You can't move. I think I've picked up the rusted iron ring, which kind of negates the movement delay that all that swamp kind of puts on you. Oh, almost fell. Sadly, I have nothing left to get rid of that poison, so I'm just gonna have to wait it out. So once you run kind of back behind here, you can kind of tell that you can walk across this, which will take you back here. Oh, what's this? I appear to have completely remedied. What? Where? Maybe I didn't go up far enough. Let's see. Damn. Oh. Yeah, it's over there. No, are you Looks like they didn't fix that in the remaster. It's always kind of been a little glitch that once you walk across that plank, when you try to walk back across it, it just throws your character off the edge. It's possible to walk back across it, but 90% of the time it's got something to do with either the camera angle or just the way that the model of that branch is. You can walk across it one way just fine, but when you try to cross it again, it pushes your character slightly over to the right, and it is just enough to knock you plumb off that branch. There are a lot of things like that that I thought they would have fixed, and it looks like they didn't. So we will just make our way back like normal. Just means I gotta avoid these guys again. And I actually didn't go up high enough. I thought I did. But basically where that dude was shooting the toxic blow darts at me, it's right by him. And honestly, the last thing I need is to have both poison and toxic. But I can, if I've got a homeward bone, I can use it to just warp back to the bonfire. And then get back to Firelink. I only need like 2 more Firekeeper souls. There's this one hidden up here. And the next one... Try to remember where the next one's at. I think it's... Oh, let's see. Yep, right past this guy. And I'm done. Fantastic. Oh, but that'll get rid of it. I'm gonna have to take all the... It's right down there in between those dogs. Oh my gosh. Can I not hit you? And that didn't get the toxic. Okay. There's this, and that's some more souls I can use. I'm gonna have to run around this and take out all of these guys because I don't need them doing that the whole time I am down there. Can't even get to you. Fine then, sit up there. Don't affect me none. So let's see. Get the drop on these dogs. I get them both at once. Nope. Firekeeper. Firekeeper soul. This is kind of a safe area. And I have no homeward bones. Okay. Make a mad dash for this ladder then. Ooh, they breathe fire. Let's get the... Oh, I need that. I need that back. Anything? Yeah, my 11 humanity was attached to that. It is a good thing I saw that on the way out. I'll just have to be more careful walking back across this. It's absolutely stupid. I can walk across it right now just fine with no problem. Is there an item up there? What is this? Lead me. Okay. Nowhere? That's... Okay, no. Back off. I do not need to get reaped with... I don't really know why this is here, and it goes absolutely nowhere. See, oh, yep, Yeah, basically trying to walk up it, it stops you, and you just walk right off the edge. So I guess I can kiss that 11 humanity goodbye, because I am not going back for it. Let's see, there should be... I really want to try to avoid killing firekeepers. No, I'm not gonna kill this one. And man, I cannot remember where this other firekeeper soul is. So that gets it to +4. I only need one more. And I'm wanting to have it at +5 before the, before I go into the DLC. Okay, so... Well, no, I ain't got enough souls for that because I just lost all of them. I can use these souls though, and that'll let me repair little equipment I have. And I can repair the armor. I'll use all 5 of these. It's a good thing I stored up on them. Keeper's Hole. I want to say I think it's in Duke's archive. Actually, I think that's the item. Oh, I think that's the item that's behind Big Hat Logan. So I'm here. Because if I picked up the key anywhere, which I'm pretty sure I did, ended up picking up the key for his cell. Let's see. Yeah. One of those has to be it. I picked up like 4 different ones. One of them was in here, so I would assume it would be his. What are you doing back? I wish I had some homeward bones. Going to these places easier. Especially since the one bonfire that is down here is cut off from all the others, so I gotta run all the way back. And the snake guards are here. Just put them down. I'm surprised there really hasn't been any, like, other than NPC invasions, there hasn't been really any regular, just like, player invasions for me to do any PvP. And then, of course, the Covenant that I join isn't really PvP related. It's just collect a bunch of humanity and give it to this sick girl so she don't die. Oh, and all these dudes are down here, and I hate them. They chose such a pretty blue color to put on an absolute monstrosity of a creature. No! No! Oh, that's a spike. God. What monsters. And then they just stop attacking as long as I'm not in their room. They just have no interest in me. And they spit up this weird diseased acid. Oh. Yeah, I think that's a Firekeeper soul right back there. Did he get out of here on his own? Hold up. He was locked in here. I don't think I killed him. But I'll take that soul. Oh, would he have... I wouldn't miss him because his hat is quite literally the size of Texas. So, he escaped. I did not need to climb up this at all. I didn't think he could get out of there on his own. He wouldn't have had the key. He's in one of two places. He's either right up here in the little area, or he went hollow, and he'll be at the very first location that we ever met Seeds when he was immortal, and you had to let him kill you. And if he's there, he is wearing nothing but a hat. his fight is actually kind of fun, so I might go do that. The only thing he drops is he'll drop his hat, his sorcery, and I think his catalyst. Which I have no use for any of them other than fashion. That hat is quite fashionable. And how could I call myself a giant dad without a giant hat? It just sucks I can't wear the mask and the hat at the same time. Oh, it's Magic Man. Get out of here, Magic Man. You missed. Okay, so he's not down here. Where did you come from? Back in your school place. How did you get out?
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent. More than expected, even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you. And the secret of Seath's immortality.
I already killed Seath. So basically, if I buy out his inventory and buy all of these spells from him, is when he'll go hollow.
What's it?
Now, do I murder him for his hat? Or do I just let this man be? Yeah, this is the toughest decision in the whole game. Kill Big Hat Logan for his hat. Because that is a mighty big hat. I will let him live for now. I will assume, since he was able to get out of that cage on his own, which I don't think he should have been able to do, that even if I don't buy out his inventory, he will eventually just go hollow. In the event he goes hollow, I will take his hat. But I get my last Firekeeper soul. Get that +5 Estus Flask, and we will be ready to tackle the DLC. There we go. I'm gonna have to farm up more humanity off screen so that I can kind of keep that leveled out. Now let me go get something to damage me just to see how much this heals. You there, attempt to hurt me. I know you can do better than that, come on. I even let your friend get in on it. Oh, this is taking too long. You. Gotta... Come on. Hurt me. Man, y'all do a terrible job of defending this kingdom, I tell you what. Okay, that should be enough. Goodbye. Oh, it's the... I'll go talk to him. Actually, now I can see how much this heals. Oh, yeah. That's the big time heals right there.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just, well, a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
Well, what you got? Gold pine resin. The master key, which is the item I started with. It's got a bunch of crystal stuff. His own armor. Ooh, and he sells the boss armor. We got the golem that we took out. We got Smo that we took out. We got Gwendolyn's armor. We've definitely killed more bosses than that. I could buy any of these. But I will wait.
Well, that is a shame then, but no matter. No, not to worry. Come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade was meant to be. There'll be more in store for us. Someday. Sometime.
I like his personality. He's always upbeat, even when he doesn't get to make a sale. Die, inferior being. Let me see if this guy knows anything about how Logan escaped.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed.
Oh.
Oh, there you are. Just so you know, Master Logan has left on his own again. It seems that he is still determined to find the famed regal archives in Anor Londo, and I have decided that I must search for him.
Yeah, that's a good way to get yourself killed, brother. What we got up here? That's Framp. How's it going, Framp?
Sorry, fool. You could not be the chosen one. Enough. I shall slumber until I am awakened again.
I hope you die down there. Walk up and say hi, and he calls me a sorry fool. Who's he think he is? Cats was way cooler. So, don't think I can get any more. No levels. Well, I'm gonna leave this episode off here. In the next episode, actually, I will start the DLC. So I'll have to get the way to get the item to drop from the Duke's Archive. We'll end up going back. So I can kill that blue golem that's in there. Get it to drop the pendant, which will then take us straight to the... basically back in time. This DLC is really weird. But I'll explain as we go through it, kind of what's going on, and how the story is progressing in the way that it is, because it gets confusing, and took me a very long time, and a lot of video watching to figure out. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe on the video if you like it. Be sure to share, that always is appreciated. I've been Pipknot, signing out.